So what was your biggest takeaway from that late show from Real Madrid?
What it was, a great escape. I look at Karim Benzema and the likes of Toni Kroos and Luka Modric bailing out Zinedine Zidane because he got it wrong. He's put his team in an uncomfortable position to start with, not just with a different formation by the looks of it early, three center backs, which is, of course, something that Real Madrid doesn't do very often. When it was switched to 4-3-3, it was much different. Now, Mark, you can see it's hindsight, right? I mean, when Real Madrid went behind, all of a sudden you see Toni Kroos coming in and Luka Modric, but you could see it for a mile. I mean, Elche, in fact, we're looking the more dangerous team from the beginning, really. I mean, there was absolutely nothing from Real Madrid for the first 30, 40 minutes, no sense of urgency. So it's not just hindsight. I think the reaction wasn't there. And in fact, Real Madrid are lucky. The way they got the result, which in the end was very important.
They're still playing catch up in La Liga, but at the end of the season, if they are to win this title, they'll look back on maybe today as the one that swung it their way, because otherwise all the questions I had for you today were, what's gone wrong today?
Yes, look, I mean, this is not, this is by any means not the Real Madrid that we've been used to, but it's also one that I haven't put a boot in just yet because of what they represent. And let's not forget, they're getting players back. Obviously, a little bit, Zinedine Zidane had to be looking towards Atalanta, of course, in the Champions League, right? They have an advantage, and certainly Atalanta is going to see a very much different team. And that's a bonus to this Real Madrid team, Mark, isn't it? And the reason I haven't put a boot in to them, because I do think that you can still get something special from this Real Madrid team. Maybe not by their lofty standards, but as I've said, I mean, Fede Valverde is coming back, and you see other players, Sergio Ramos, their great leader and captain, of course, coming back. So look, they're in a fight for La Liga, and there may be a surprise or two with Real Madrid. I'm not saying here that they're going to win it, but I think you have to look after them. So massive, massive win, because this is get out of jail card for Zinedine Zidane and his team.
How far away from where they should be and where they need to be do you think Real Madrid are?
Well, I think they're still miles away, right? And this is not going to be solved this season. And who knows how quickly that can be solved, right? In today's environment, of course, the sort of players they have to get. Look, I still think that Real Madrid, for me, are Galacticos. I want to see the Galacticos. I've said it before that, the youthful movement is okay, but I haven't seen evidence from all these young players that they can do or come close or replicate, of course, to what Real Madrid was just a few years ago. So it's difficult to see because the transfer market is a little bit different. But I do think, of course, that they will go after some of the best in the world. But for this season, I still think they're in it. They really are, both in La Liga, and I think teams in the Champions League should pay attention to them.
Let's talk Champions League. Atalanta, you and I watch them pretty much every week. They were down to 10 men for the majority of that first leg. They'll have nothing to lose in the second leg in Spain this week. What do you think will happen in the second leg between Real Madrid and Atalanta?
Well, I mean, as we all know, that the one thing when you're looking for something is, you have to have goal scorers. That's something that Atalanta does. If you look at Duvan Zapata, Luis Muriel, Ilicic are capable. Pessina has been absolutely outstanding. So Atalanta won't know any better. They attack, right? And so that's going to be difficult. But as I've said, this is a different Real Madrid they're going to be facing. Because if I remember correctly, I mean, the starting 11 for Real Madrid wasn't great, and the bench was just a bunch of kids. So I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be by far, I think, the most interesting fixture in all the Champions League from last week and from this week as well. So it should be open to some degree, and we should see goals, of course, when these two are involved.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.